All right, folks. Thanks for checking out the video. I want to talk today about the potential political fallout from Donald Trump being found guilty in his trial in New York. Now, of course, we all know Donald Trump was found guilty today, May 30th, 2024, in his quote unquote hush money trial in New York. Now, there was a lot of problems with this case. The judge, the jury, whether or not even Trump could even get a fair trial in a place where over 85% of the people voted Democrat, right? The judge being a Biden donor, his daughter being a Biden fundraiser, and so forth. But beyond all that, what is actually going to be the political fallout from this? Now, Donald Trump has been leading in most of the polls, particularly in the 7 or so swing states. In fact, recently polling has come out that showed Trump within single digits, actually in the state of New York, as well as being tied in the state of Virginia, which is a state that Joe Biden won by just about 10 points in 2020. Okay. So Donald Trump currently, leading up to this, was polling very well. Now, obviously, this just happened today, so we don't have any polling after this. Now, I have seen some data that basically shows it's a wash, that about 70% of people say this will not affect their vote. 15% of people say that they're less likely to support Trump, and 15% of people say that they're more likely to vote Trump. So that really doesn't move the needle. Now, one area that I've seen where Trump has a bit of untapped potential is among people who didn't vote in 2020 at all, people who were considering possibly voting third party in this election, but maybe now, because of this, are going to support Trump, right? Now, we know that the resist types were always going to be against Trump, right? The people that watch The View, these, woke white people that are the backbone of the Democrat Party, they were never going to support Trump. They were always going to vote against him no matter what, right? They're riding with Biden, okay? So now this is obviously unfortunate for Donald Trump to have to go through all this, but I think in the long run that this will actually help his electoral chances, okay? Now, you look at the breakdown of people that voted in 2020 versus what's going on in 2024. Now, I saw some data that showed Donald Trump actually was leading by 10 points among people who didn't vote in 2020, but are this time planning to vote in 2024. So that's a big untapped electoral pool for Donald Trump to possibly benefit from. And I also saw some data that showed that in particular, Black and Hispanic voters were much more likely to be more favorable to Trump after this than to be more unfavorable to him, okay? Which is going to be hugely beneficial in states like Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, and possibly even New Mexico, okay? New Mexico is shaping up to be a close state in 2024. Okay, so now we'll see in the days and the weeks that follow what this shows. But again, most people that are even remotely paying attention see this for the witch hunt that it's always been, right? I don't think anybody's really, frankly, that surprised by the outcome of this, because it was basically predestined that Donald Trump was never going to be acquitted in New York City. Okay, that was just never going to happen. So we have less than 6 months to go, just a little over 5 months to go until the election. I'll be voting Trump. I hope you will too. Another thing that I've seen is a lot of people coming out of the woodwork that have said, "Hey, you know what? I went and donated to Trump. I was kind of ambivalent before this, but this sort of thing is just unacceptable. It's hugely unacceptable. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see. But in any case, that's what I think. Let me know what you all think. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.